Guys, what's going on, and welcome to a brand new video. This video is going to be a video just talking about the press conference and things that was said in the press conference. We've been talking about transfers. Let's start with that. We've been talking about transfers and how the three positions we want is the centre back because of Struijk, but we'll get into the Struijk news a bit later. So we need a centre back, we need a 10, and we would like a striker. They're the three positions. Fark named all three positions. So maybe, just maybe, at least one or two transfers will come in. I'm not expecting three. I'm not expecting all of them. I'm not expecting a centre-back cam and a striker in the last 2 weeks of the window. I think there's 2 weeks left. Yeah, 2 weeks of the window. Not expecting that, right? But I'm kind of building more confident in that we'll make at least one signing. Where would that be? If I had to choose a position, it would be a 10 just to help with Aronson and just rotation with Aronson because he cannot play every single game. We cannot beast him like Marsh did, like he's been beasted ever since he's been at Leeds. Just keep playing, keep playing, keep playing. He needs minutes to rotate with somebody, which will be good for him and also good for the team about being able to rotate the team more, not worried about him if he gets injured and then having no one. So that's a good thing. So maybe, just maybe, transfers could start happening. Hopefully, as I said, the 10 is the main one. Then, in order of what importance, I'd say 10, centre-back, and then the last striker. That's just importance for me. Because I think with Pirro, we're fine. The problem is if Pirro gets injured, yeah. Joseph can't finish. Bamford's will be back in... we got news that also about Bamford, how he'll be back in about 2 weeks. So maybe, hopefully Bamford comes back and has an end of the season like he did at the start of 2024. How great would that be to end the season like that? How great would it be if Bamford comes back and has... basically ends the season the way he started 2024, basically. I mean, that would be perfect. That would get us promoted. If he has form like that, that gets us promoted. But yeah, but then I look at that and I go, okay, but then I'm more worried about the cam position, of course, since Aronson's our only number 10, and that we need someone to rotate with him. We can't, keep going, risking him, because in the last game, he did go down, and I thought, oh no, he's injured now, because he was holding his back, and I'm like, oh no. So that's 2 weeks in a row where he's had to come, it's been an, oh no, he might be injured. It's been 2 weeks in a row, and then you look at that and you go, who goes into the 10? Well, everyone would say the most likely, the best option in the 10 would be Solomon in the current squad, who also went down the tunnel after the game. So I was like, oh, he might be injured, which, is not great. So, but anyway, Fark did say that Solomon's fine. The whole squad is fine, apparently. So let's talk about that. So, transfers, I'm getting a bit more confident. Am I fully confident I will sign someone? No, and I'll get mad in a bit. It'll be a week's time, probably, a week's time, where I start going, oh God, we're not going to do anything, are we? But yeah, Daniel Fark in his press conference about Pascal Struijk said, about the whole team, basically. He said everyone came through yesterday without any problems, so Solomon's fine and Aronson's fine. So the two players that, well, Aronson, who came off the pitch to come back on the pitch, he was fine for the rest of the game, but there was that bit of like, oh, you could get injured and continue playing and not feel until the next day, and then you could feel injured the next day. But he's fine, and Solomon, who went straight down the tunnel after coming off the pitch, after he came off the pitch, he went straight down the tunnel, but he's okay too, which is good. So no problems. Pascal had the rescan, and the rescan came out all good, so it looks like it won't be 3 months. Thank God it won't be 3 months. And he'll be back in team training next week. It looks like he might be. It says perhaps, so maybe. He might be back in team training for next week, which is massive. So we're going to have Pascal Struijk back for next week, in training, maybe. And if that happens, bang, he's basically back. And then in another week, we're going to have Bamford back. And once that happens, that's the whole squad. That's the whole squad fit. And then you have a question, who doesn't make the bench? Because I'm looking at that bench and being like, who's going to miss out? It's going to be, what, 2 players that miss out? Because Struijk's going to come into the team, which will push one of the players onto the bench, you would say. It's going to have to push someone onto the bench. And then that's going to put someone out. And then Bamford's going to come back. And you're not going to put Bamford in the squad. I mean, that's just not going to happen, whether you like it or not. So he's going to come in. So someone else is going to miss out. So to wonder who that's going to be, I have a feeling one of them's going to... I actually don't have a clue. We'll get there when we get there. I have a strange feeling it actually might be Gilavogi, but I don't think it should be. Because I feel like Gilavogi's that kind of experienced player you need on the bench. You need that kind of experienced, level-headed player on the bench where if everything's going like, crazy in a game, you need to bring him on to calm everyone else down. That's just something that happens for most teams. But yeah, wonder what Fark's going to do with that situation. But yeah, that's the press conference. So everything looks good. This is probably the best press conference we've actually had in ages. Probably we didn't get one bad news. There was 0 bad news. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what you think about the transfers if they're coming, and I'll catch you on next time. Peace.